Hi, what up, Nina? How you doing? No, you're just in time. We just started. See how much we can update. Okay, just continuing the outlines for this piece. And see if we could try to knock out some characters. Sorry guys, it's prone to crash. So I've been having to use screen share. And screen sharing it's not as effective as like a direct webcam feed because my webcam broke. But to answer some of your questions, this is the same double spread I was updating last time. And I just worked on this a little bit off screen. And that's awesome that you draw circling. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you so much. It's also a whole story. I've been working on it since I was 15 years old. So it's going on now 16 and a half years. Thank you, Violet. So this is a story that I believe is gonna help wake up the world. So that's why I'm so devoted to working on this thing and sharing with you guys. It's a story that talks about soul merchants. It's a story that talks about a secret government. It's a story that talks about who has the right to know the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And it explores that. And it shows you how manipulation is done. Specifically, how we can demonize people, turn them from human into monster, and essentially give an excuse to not care about senseless harm towards them, right? So that is a tool for the puppet masters. It's called demonization. The story is called Demonation for that reason, right? You got humans living on one side, ignorant but in bliss. You got fairy tales living on the other side, who know the truth but are forced to live under its oppression, right? And you have this secret world government called the Cloud that's watching over both of them and making sure humans stay asleep and fairy tales stay awake, right? So there's a lot more to it, but that's like the building blocks of it, I guess. So you can get a decent idea of what material we're dealing with. What's up, guys? Any Christmas things. Yeah, you know what? I should do a Christmas double spread, huh? I think I'll do that. I didn't get to do a Halloween or Thanksgiving one. You draw too, but you don't think it's. Oh, no, don't beat yourself up. Um, you know, that's something where once you stop comparing yourselves to others and saying, "Oh, that's good," and my stuff isn't that, so that means my stuff is not good. When you stop doing that to yourself, you really get to explore and create freely, right? Without any kind of tyrant over you. So be nice to yourself. You're learning. Everybody's learning too. Even the people you look up to. Don't believe for a second that they've figured it all out, because they didn't. You gotta be strong. You gotta be confident, and you gotta be brave. So just keep going, okay? Practice makes perfect. Learn one thing new a day in art, and you will get there by the end of the year. I promise you. You just gotta be consistent. Trust me, trust me. I went on this journey, and I'm still going on it, and that's something I can share with you. A lot of people don't even try because, you know, they think they're just not good enough. But, you know, it's a matter of just practice. It's not, you're not born an artist, you know. You're born with your own unique subjective perspective, and how much of that disappears in your life depends on how much of a, you know, you want to fit in, and how much you want to compare yourself to others. The less you have that, the more of your own perspective you can preserve, which is really what you're supposed to do. And the more of that, you know, creativity you could tap into, where it would be very, very unique, right? So do your best, avoid as much as possible to putting yourself down and comparing, and embrace as much as possible your way. You got to figure out your way, your perspective, and what interests you, what shapes interest you, what your shape language is, etc. And you will go far. Don't even worry about it. Don't even stress. I'm glad to hear that, Circling. I wish they could see it too, but you know, when God keeps things hidden, it's because it's not the right time yet. There's a perfect time that only God knows, and we just got to keep going. 6-7. Oh yeah, 6-7. Here we go again. That trend is still going. That's crazy. That thing's old now. I mean, you gotta do something new. Do 7-8. Do something new, bro. Of course, no problem, Maria. You know, the world, unfortunately, it's set up for greed and selfishness to rule, and that's by design. That's actually important that it is that way, because that's where the real ones, the people that actually have something they want to share from their heart, that's where they can come out and shine even brighter. Think of it like, if you light a candle in a room full of light, it doesn't really stand out. But if you're in a pitch black room, and you light a candle, that is gonna be the center point. And so you have to shift your perspective for as much as you can from groupthink and from group fear and from, you know, our friend here, Matteo 6-7 trend that he's doing, you know, ditch the trends, ditch the bullshit, focus on your own subjective individuality, your perspective, and bring that out with your art, with your story, with your inventions. Yeah, you know, that's the most important thing you can do for yourself. People go and get a degree, get a great job, get married, have kids, but yet they still feel empty inside. And that has to do with this specifically. You have to be willing to go for what you want in your heart, what you really want, not what you think you should want, you know? So I really wish you guys the best. When you guys see other people who are trying to light their candle in this dark room that we're all in, you know, support them, give them likes, give them thumbs up, do what you can, because it really does brighten up their day too. And guess what happens when that happens? They do more of whatever they were sent here to do, and they do it better and better and better. Thank you, Circling. What up, J3? How you doing? Hey, how you doing, Riku? Long time no see. I remember Uni, yeah. Good, because you'll be the only one saying it, and we won't have to worry about you since I'm not going to like you forever. What's the music? This is Surreal Flawed Mangoes. It's called Surreal by Flawed Mangoes. Please stop saying 6-7, but this guy's trying to do something beautiful in your sense. It's okay, Nina. He's just having fun. He's just having the time of his life. It's a little tricky because he's moving really fast, so I'm trying to think of his anatomy, but it's at the same time he's kind of stretching his. Well, I could tell you guys since you know you guys get to see me live. He's basically turned one of his arms into the sight. That's I can't say more than that, but essentially it's kind of gonna warp his anatomy a little bit. So. Thank you, Utah. Appreciate you. What's your favorite type of music? I like all types, to be honest. I listen to a lot of alternate rock, especially the new stuff, a lot of experimental stuff. I've been trying to expand my tastes beyond that, though, you know, listening to different international music too. Do you use fountain pens? I love fountain pens, but to be real with you, fountain pens, they're awesome for writing, for a stable line. There are fountain pens that have a super flex noodle nib, right? It's a weird name, but basically what it means. You can look up Waterman 15. I used to own one. Waterman 15, this fountain pen. There's only like, it's 100 years old, this pen. There's so few of them left. And I had one. It was like $500, bro, for this one pen. It would leak all the time, but it was amazing. The line quality I could get super thick, super thin. I could do the whole thing and extra with just that pen. But my friend, he didn't know how to use it right, and he ended up bending the nib, and I just didn't have the money to fix it. So rest in peace. But yeah, a lot of fountain pens, unless you have a flex nib, it's kind of gonna give you one line thickness, and you know, it's really mostly for like calligraphy and just writing in general. You know, you can use it for the borders of your comic book, of your manga. So there's a lot of things you can do. Okay. Miku, is that later circling? Miku, isn't that a character, the blue character that like sings or something? Vocaloids. I'm not too familiar with Vocaloids. Are these like singing anime characters like Miku? One foot here. Where's the other foot? Water carnations. Okay, so this is this way. We gotta make sure to make the foreground character Senbai, his lines thicker because he's closer to the viewer's eye. This area in the front, it's called the foreground, right? And this character, Soccer, right? He's kind of behind him. I don't want to have these line thicknesses be indistinguishable, so I got to make the foreground characters at least around this area where it's kind of blending into this other character in the background. Make it a little thicker to kind of push it forward. Lines that are thicker appear closer to the viewer's eye. Lines that are thinner, they appear further and further away. And you know, there's more to it. Yeah, hello. Konnichiwa. Alright, I'll come back soon. For sure, circling. Have a good day. But I'm gonna go draw while listening to Miku. I'm glad to hear that. Keep drawing. Hi, this reminds me of my dad's art style. Wow, your dad has as an artist? That's cool. That's a that's a cool dad. Howdy, how you doing, Ralts? Welcome. Merry Christmas, Rahman. All right. So what we'll do is after we erase these pencils and we've inked everything, we'll go and look for spots where we can differentiate it more. So like this zone I'm looking at here is kind of blending with this character's leg in the background. So I don't want that to happen. Go around it with some white out to make sure it fits in the end. When we're doing the cleanup and stuff like that. It's a little off, but it's all good. These are things you could easily fix in the computer. Thank you, Clark. This is a double spread for the third arc in my story, Demonation. We got all the characters, I think, all their outlines done. You could still do these things like her chain, these curtains, these glass. Let's see what else we can do. Hey, what up, wrestling queen? Thank you. Appreciate y'all. I'm getting some love on YouTube. Hello, konnichiwa, Augustine Pro Max. I have to translate what you're saying. I don't know why it's in Japanese. How does it follow? Oh, it says follow the streamer. Okay, thank you, Augustine. What's up, guys? Thank you for liking the live and supporting. I hope you're enjoying the stream. Just a brief update on this piece, but you know what? We got to do something for the holidays. We got to do something. This is a separate piece. We got to do a Christmas illumination spread or something. So that's going to be after this. We'll work on it. Let's see what else we can outline. We're working on the curtains, and then I had to fix the nib. There we go. That's flowing a lot better. Oh. Get some more. Man, I might need to buy another ink jar because I'm running out. Yeah, I'm gonna need to buy a couple.
Just like an angel, skin makes me cry.
Hey, hola. ¿Cómo estás? Bien. Bien.
I wish I was special, so fucking special. But I wish I would. What the hell am I telling you? I don't belong here. It's okay. I have control. What a perfect soul.
this, this, and then all that's left is these background elements. So right here, the cityscape, that tree, the cliffs. And then next stream we can do the inlines. We did all the outlines. Okay. I think what I'll do is I'm gonna switch to that Christmas. I don't know if I'll do a double spread or if I'll do just like one page. Probably one page. It's Christmas. It's a big deal. We're gonna go work. So we're gonna end the stream here. I guess I'm doing another double spread, a Christmas double spread of Demon Nation characters. Let's see how that looks. It's gonna be dope. Merry Christmas, y'all. In advance. I'll be seeing you guys in the next stream.